You know what's the most dangerous person on this planet? A narcissist, who just lost someone who actually loved them. Because that person, that real love, was the only thing keeping the monster quiet. And the moment that love walks out the door forever, something shifts inside them. They don't cry like normal people. They don't grieve like normal people. They hunt. They go back to every person they ever manipulated, every person they ever controlled, and they start breaking them down, piece by piece, layer by layer, not because they miss those people, but because they need to feel powerful again. They lost something real, and now they'll destroy everything fake just to survive the pain they'll never admit they feel. If someone in your life suddenly got worse after a breakup, stay, because what I'm about to tell you will save you. Real love does one thing to a narcissist. It keeps them calm. It keeps them functioning. It keeps the darkness inside them manageable. Not because they appreciated it, not because they felt it the way you and I feel things, but because that person, that one real person, was filling a hole they don't even know exists inside them. And here's what nobody talks about. When that real love leaves, not takes a break, not gets angry, not threatens to leave, but actually walks away forever, the narcissist doesn't fall apart the way a normal person would. They get quiet first. That quietness scares people around them because you expect tears, you expect begging, you expect some kind of human reaction, but nothing comes. And then slowly, day by day, they start picking people apart. Old friends, new people, anyone close to them. They start finding faults that were never there before. They start creating problems in relationships that were perfectly fine because their internal world just collapsed. And the only way they know how to handle collapse is control. Control over someone, anyone. They lost the one person they couldn't fully manipulate because that person loved them too genuinely to be broken easily. And that drives a narcissist absolutely insane. So now they go looking for someone easier, someone they can win against, someone they can tear down just to feel tall again. This is where the real damage begins. Here is the thing nobody warns you about. When a narcissist starts breaking someone down after losing real love, they do not come in aggressive. They do not come in loud. They do not show you who they really are on day one. They come in soft. They find someone who is already a little broken, someone who has been through something painful, someone who just wants to feel understood by another human being. And the narcissist sits across from them and says exactly the right words. I have been hurt too. People never really understood me. I feel like you actually get me. And that person opens up because finally, someone gets it. But what is actually happening in that moment is terrifying. The narcissist is studying them. Every word that person shares about their pain, the narcissist is filing it away, storing it, not to protect them from it, but to use it later when the time is right. That is the part that breaks people beyond repair sometimes. Because you trusted someone with your deepest wounds. You handed them the map to everything fragile inside you, and they waited, patiently, sometimes months, sometimes longer, until one day that same map gets used against you. The things you cried about in private become the things they casually throw at you during arguments. The insecurities you whispered in the dark become the exact spots they poke when they want to see you crumble. This is not random. This is not anger. This is calculated. And then comes the phase that most people do not even recognize while it is happening. The narcissist starts rewriting your reality. Small things at first. They tell you that you are too sensitive, that you overreact, that the way you remember a conversation is wrong, that what hurt you did not actually happen the way you think it did. And because you are a person who reflects, because you are someone who actually questions yourself, you start wondering, maybe I am too sensitive. Maybe I did overreact. Maybe I am remembering it wrong. That self-doubt is exactly what they are building inside you, brick by brick, day by day. And here is what makes this so destructive. They do not do it through cruelty alone. They mix it with moments of warmth. A good day here, a loving conversation there, just enough sweetness to make you think, okay, maybe things are getting better. Maybe I was wrong about them. That push and pull is not accidental. It is the whole strategy. Because a person who only experiences pain will eventually leave. But a person who experiences pain and hope, that person stays. That person keeps trying. That person starts pouring every single part of themselves into fixing something that was never broken by accident. You were not falling apart. You were being taken apart, slowly, quietly, by someone who smiled at you while doing it. And the worst part? You thanked them for the good moments while surviving the bad ones. And you know what the scariest part of all this is? You never even saw it coming. Nobody does. Because when someone is dismantling you from the inside, they are also holding your hand at the same time. That is the part that messes with your head for years after. You start asking yourself, was any of it real? Were those good moments genuine? Did they actually care even a little bit? And you go back and forth in your own mind trying to separate the real from the fake until you cannot even trust your own memories anymore. That confusion is not a side effect. That is the whole point. Because a confused person is an easy person to control. When you are busy questioning your own feelings, you have zero energy left to question theirs. And that is exactly where they want you. Exhausted, doubting yourself, looking to them for answers about a reality they themselves destroyed. People on the outside looking in always say the same thing. Why did you not just leave? Why did you stay so long? And those questions come from a good place, but they completely miss what was actually happening inside that relationship. You were not staying because you were weak. You were staying because piece by piece, your ability to trust your own judgment had been quietly removed from you. And when you cannot trust yourself anymore, where exactly are you supposed to go? That is what real psychological damage looks like. Not bruises, not obvious pain, just a person who used to know themselves very well, sitting alone, completely lost inside their own mind.